Hi, Munali here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to rearrange your pins within a Pinterest board by using a special Firefox extension. The ability to rearrange pins within a board has been and still is the #1 request from Pinterest users, and yet Pinterest hasn't done anything to address this. But the Pin Forever extension does address this issue. You will need to have the Firefox browser already loaded on your computer before downloading the Pin Forever extension, as it isn't yet available for any other browser. You can simply Google Pin Forever, and there will be a link that brings you to this page that you see here to download the extension. Once you've done that, you will see the Pin Forever dashboard tools above that allow you to do a variety of things, among them the ability to apply one action to as many pins as you want. So as you can see here, you can move, copy, delete, update, discard, upload, and rearrange. Today, though, the only one we're going to be focusing on is the rearrange ability. So go to Pinterest, and my page is already open here. Once you're on the board that you want to rearrange pins on, figure out exactly which pins you want to rearrange and what order you want to rearrange them in. You can select the pins by simply clicking on them. First, you must click the Rearrange button. Here we go. And as you'll see, when I click on the pins, they highlight in blue, and you can see what number shows up, so you can see what order they will be rearranged in. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit because there is an actual order I want to put these in. And I'll show you again. Looks like that. And you can see that the numbers are being highlighted, and you can see what order they're going to be in. So I'm going to take a moment and actually rearrange these in the order that I want, and I will come back. Okay, so I'm done rearranging my pins in the order that I want them in. And you'll see that they're highlighted in blue with the number. This is the order that they're going to be rearranged in. So once you've done this, you'll hit the execute button above, and this shows the 33 pins that I am rearranging. Now it's going to do it, they're going to show up backwards, so it'll show up with the last pin that you pinned to be rearranged, and then the pin that you want first will be the last one to show up here, but it's going to rearrange them in the order that they're numbered. So what it's doing is just taking the very last pin and pinning that first so that they'll be arranged in the order that you want them in. So I see everything is the way I want it to be here. So now I will hit the execute operations, and you'll see the status over here. It will show you that it's executing, and once it's executed, there'll be a check. And it will do this pretty quickly, actually. Now, if you have a whole bunch of pins that you're trying to rearrange, this is obviously going to take much longer, but I'm doing a smaller batch just so you can see how the process goes. So we will wait a moment. Okay, now you can see that it's just about done, and there'll be a pop-up box in a moment. And all I have to do is click OK, and the board will refresh itself with the pins that I want in the order that I put them in. Lovely. Now, this doesn't fix the issue of how Pinterest chooses to show them the pins on the board, which is a weird issue. It doesn't necessarily put the pins from left to right, but the pins will be arranged otherwise, and you'll see that it will make the board easier for you and anyone else to view and sift through. And something else I want to show, if you notice that when you go through the pins, you'll notice that the pins are not repinned, but you can actually see your likes and your favorites and whatnot. It doesn't take those off. You're not actually repinning. You get to see all the pins that were there, and you get to see who favorited it. That's going to still be there. That's not going anywhere. So this is another great thing about the Pin Forever extension. Now, as great as this Pin Forever extension is, it doesn't come without flaws. For example, you might find that some of your pens disappear after you rearrange them. Sometimes they reappear and sometimes they don't. I'm not sure why this is, but this is why I have a phantom copy of the board. And by that I mean I have a board with the exact same pens, but the board is hidden from public view. I simply use Pen Forever's copy function, which you see right there, to copy in bulk to the phantom board. That way if I lose a pen, I can replace it with no problem by copying it from the phantom board to the actual board. Also, any pens that don't have a source listed might not be moved correctly in the rearranging process. I don't know why this happens, but perhaps it's only happening to me and a few other people who use the extension, but it's something to keep in mind. So if you can, try to link to the sources for all your pens. If you can't find the original source, upload the picture or video somewhere online, whether that's a blog or a photo storage website. Doesn't matter, so long as you have control of the account, because you'll be linking your pens back to that source. Also, rearranging pens this way might be difficult for boards with hundreds or even thousands of pens, so you might want to use a photo storage website to help you rearrange your pens more easily. What I use to do this is PhotoBucket, and what I do is save screenshot copies of each pen and save it in a file on my computer, and then I upload those screenshots to a PhotoBucket folder. Once I've done that, I can click on the drop down that you see here and click Sort Manually. And my pens, my screenshot copies, they show up right here. And whatever order I want to rearrange them in, all I have to do is click on the pen and I can move it to where I want it to be. So I'll show you this here really quick. As you'll see, the pens got moved around. You can do more than one of these photos at a time. You can click and move in bulk. So for me, this just makes it visually easier for me to decide how to organize and rearrange the pens. If there are other photo storage websites that allow you to view the photos a little larger than how they appear here in PhotoBucket, that might be more useful for you, but this works well enough for me. So that is it for this video. I hope it was helpful to you. Please feel free to share this with anyone who is trying to rearrange pens on their board and get them organized. And again, thank you for watching.